Stop scrolling. I'm going to spend a little time today talking about U.S. history, right? I usually spend a lot more time in Hispanic Heritage Month talking about the history of Latinos' influence on the United States. And usually what I do is I start, and it started September 15th and goes until October 15th, just so you know, Hispanic Heritage Month. I usually start with the idea of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, which is something we should have learned more about in our history in school. We learned about Louisiana Purchase, but we don't really talk about the Treaty of Hidalgo, which impacted my family, where at the end of the U.S.-Mexican War, a treaty was signed where Mexico ceded more than 50% of the land that was called Mexico over to the U.S. And in that treaty, it says that all the residents and citizens, all the folks that were in that strip of land from Texas to the Rio Bravo, all the way up to, I think it's Utah, Colorado, a lot of the Southwest states, part of California, became U.S. citizens overnight, basically with the signing of this treaty. And so these folks were guaranteed the right to keep the land that they owned and be able to have all the rights and privileges of the citizens of the United States. Well, you know, things didn't really work out that way. A lot of government treaties are kind of bullshit, if you ask me. Just ask a lot of the native and indigenous people that were also part of that land seceding, what happened to their land and why they're, relegated to reservations, and why a lot of the landowners that had these informal land acquisitions and holdings became useless in the courts of the U.S. because the laws and the rules and the explanation of how you held on to land or how you own land became something different, and it wasn't explained in a native tongue. So let's start there. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo and U.S. history. It impacted me. I'm sure it impacted a lot of folks out in the Southwest. Let's learn about it. That's all I got to say today. Hope your day goes well.